So, ladies and gentlemen, the Batman apparently screened across the weekend. We've got lots of information. This is all alleged leaks at this point in time. There is conflicting reports on this, so take all of this with a massive pinch of salt. I'm just here to give you the information, but also outline the opposing viewpoint that apparently it didn't screen. Okay, so I've been a massive positive force with the Batman. I'm looking forward to it. So all of this actually sounds great, but it might just be confirmation bias, right? And I'm self-aware enough to realise that. So let's actually take a look at what we're talking about. And it comes from this individual, Blu-ray Angel. Someone who has, as far as I'm aware, no actual track record of leaking anything. I could be wrong, but from my research, they haven't leaked anything. So that's the source, right? That's the source. Now, the opposing source to that is Viewer Anon, who, generally speaking, has a very good track record with test screenings. Right? Test screenings this individual was very good with. And they said, I've asked some people in the know, and was told the Batman did not screen at Warner Brothers last night. So this is a very firm, apparently this didn't happen. Apparently it was technically a New Line movie, so if it was a comic book film, it was probably Black Adam. So there's two conflicting reports, but let's dive into it as if, ladies and gents, as if the Batman did screen. And let's see what this individual has to say. Also, slight cringe warning for the edgelord language used in this. It's very pathetic. Just want to give you a warning there, all right? Because I almost vomited up my breakfast whilst reading it. Exclusive. I know someone who has seen the Batman, friend of mine, and a really good person. Not important. Don't care if they're a good person. If they kiss kittens, couldn't care less. But alright, that's going to make me believe you, boy. Here's what they told me. The thread. No spoilers. Alright. The Batman movie is a horror movie. Very graphic, very dark, very scary. Paul Dano is effing crazy, so effing scary. I loved every second. There you go, ladies and gents. There's one. Oh, there's more. And by the way, it all sounds good, FYI. Again, not the nonsense language being used. The cut this or the movie is apparently 3 hours long. So there you go. Apparently 3 hours long, horror movie, very scary, very dark, very gritty, very realistic. Paul Dano is frightening. Their thoughts on Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman? I have a million things to say about Catwoman. She's my favourite. Holy shit. Definitely my favourite Catwoman. Very larger than life language being used. Again, I can't help but wonder how much of this is confirmation bias, quite frankly. And this is coming from someone that's really looking forward to the film. Like, I am genuinely really looking forward to it. Their thoughts on Robert Pattinson's Batman voice. His voice was perfect, in my opinion. There you go. Little bits of information there. Their thoughts on Robert Pattinson's Batmobile. Holy effing shit, that effing Slade! Yes, Queen. Slade. I mean, look, I think the Batmobile looks great anyway. But Jesus, I don't think I'd ever use that language. It's Slade? What are you, 12? God, the times are a-changing. God, I feel old these days. Anyway, so there was some more information. Update. And this is where I start to think, yeah, no, you're talking absolute nonsense. I just asked if the Batman sets up for a sequel. We already know it does. What are you talking about, fool? We already know it sets up sequels. We already know that they're planning more movies. They've already said that. What are you doing, you pleb? You douche canoe. This is where I think this guy doesn't know what he's talking about at all. I just asked if the Batman sets up for a sequel. Here's what they said. Yes, definitely sequel. That's the oh shit moment. I genuinely felt like they're going to start a whole collection of Robert Pattinson's Batman movies and circle through different villains, maybe. You mean like they've already confirmed that that's what they were going to do? A sequel? I think they'd already confirmed it was going to be a trilogy, didn't they? Ugh. And that, like I said, that's where I start to go, yeah, no, you are actually talking nonsense. Closing opinion. There's a scene at the end that literally had everyone screaming. And apparently gasping as well. Gasping and screaming. One is inhale. One's an exhale. They don't mix. Like it was a big no way for everyone. Don't give a F about Batman or DC. And even I clenched onto a knee and was shook. It's the biggest mic drop, not mix drop. Mic drop. Get it right. So there's the information. Now I've got some other information. I don't know where this came from, but this was on Reddit, right? And they sort of like they did a lot of what's already been said by this individual, and then I think that the Reddit thread managed to pick up on some other bits that were floating around again from said individual, because that's the source of all of this, from what I can tell. So here's the full thread, exclusive. I know someone who has seen that. Some of this will be repetitive, but I want to go through it. Again, let me know whether you think it's nonsense down below in the description box. I genuinely think it does sound a bit like nonsense. I mean, if you don't know that they'd already said that they were going to make sequels to this, what? Come on. How much in the know are you if you don't know that already? That's not a grand reveal that they're going to make sequels. It's not. Jesus. Anyway, exclusive. I know someone who's seen the Batman, a friend of mine, and a really good person. And that's the point there as well. Like, what they do in their personal moral compass, that's not important. Who cares if they're a good person? Why are you saying that? Well, to make me believe you? No. That's what liars say. Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. No. Anyway, a friend of mine and a really good person, here's what they told me. The Batman movie is a horror movie, very graphic, very scary, very dark. Paul Dano is crazy, so effing scary, and I loved every second. The cut they saw of the Batman is 3 hours long. Their Catwoman was their favourite. Absolutely their favourite. Their thoughts on Robert Pattinson's Batman voice. His voice was perfect, in my opinion. The Batmobile was amazing. Closing opinions, great. Closing of the film apparently sets up sequels that apparently this individual didn't even know was greenlit, but never mind, whatever. Now, when asked about Robert Pattinson's performance, Rob is a very different Batman than we are used to. Like, they took the character in a completely different direction. He's perfect. We've already been told that from Matt Reeves. It's going to be a different character. So on the no-kill rule, I can officially say that the Batman will not kill. Apparently someone said no, he's against killing. There's a scene where they make that very clear, even though they have it hinted that he's going to be very brutal in this movie. More specifics regarding characters and style. Matt Reeves is a GOAT, greatest of all time. I'm so happy right now. Rob's Batman narrates the whole movie. Don't like that. That I don't like the sound of. How can you narrate? I don't like the narration of the whole movie. That I actually don't like. That's one of the things I don't like the sound of. Fight scenes were great, lots of them. Catwoman ones were my absolute favourite. Zoe really pops off, and I was pretty surprised. Alfred has significant scenes. There's blood, teetering between thriller and horror. LFG, what's that? Is this some new? What does LFG mean? Is this new kid stuff? New kid language? LFG? I'm hyped. LFG. LFG! I could be saying slow right now and I've got no idea. Anyway, so there's some more stuff. Paul Dano compared to Heath Ledger's The Joker. Heath was a lunatic in a very extroverted way. The Riddler is very angry at the world for not being loved with too much knowledge. Streams online. Locks himself in. Planned strategic killings. Okay. Are they setting out to like an incel then or something like that? He streams online? What? How is the relationship between Bruce and Andy Serkis' Alfred? Their relationship is warm. It's not that Alfred doesn't want Batman to fight. He has a bunch of things that he needs Bruce to do. Attend meetings, etc. Bruce is never home and refuses to show up. Okay. Robert Pattinson to other Batmen. Rob is a great Batman. More relatable than the others. Previously, I feel like Batman is all about showing off his money, cars, gadgets. Director-writer chose to spend their time exploring him as a human person with feelings. The world's greatest detective, Robert Pattinson's Batman is the greatest detective. He's so smart, the police hate him. He outsmarts everyone, and Gotham PD literally need him to snatch Riddler's ass up. Okay, I quite like that. If they are going to keep that element, that's good. Apparently Colin Farrell's Penguin. Also, are we not going to talk about how Penguin was Colin Farrell? Like how? I could not tell it was him, like at all. Incredible, definitely unrecognisable. His iconic, ugly nose. They gave him some crazy deep scars across his mouth, upper lip area. The movie has a kissing scene. I won't say who. Scratch that. Kissing scenes. Make of that what you will. Catwoman and Batman. So there you go. Look. Apparently it didn't screen. Apparently it did. Original source is some nobody who doesn't really leak anything and wants to tell you how good their leaker is. They're a really good person. Trust me, bro. They're a really good person. And then proceed to continue with lots of edgelord language. So let me know what you think, though, down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.